I was a wildfire without a name, burned every bridge, carried no shame. Left my mother crying on the stairs, my father silent in his prayers. I walked with anger in my chest, a broken soul who called it blessed. But every lie I used to wear turned into chains I couldn't bear. I blamed the world for what I chose, dug my grave, then cursed the blows, until one day the mirror spoke, your biggest prison is your own. And pride is just a coward's shield, but truth can make a strong man kneel. The day I forgave myself, the chains I wore just fell. I faced the hurt, I faced the blame, I called my sin by its true name. And when I cried, I didn't hide. For the first time I came alive. I walked back home, and I could tell that day I forgave myself. I knocked on doors, I'd walked away, afraid of what my blood would say. My mama wept before I spoke, said, son, I prayed you'd find hope. My father rose and met my eyes, and in his stare I realized forgiveness don't erase the pain, but it gives love a place to stay. He took my hand, though years were lost, said, welcome home, no matter the cost. And in that room I swore one vow, to build the man I am now. You can't outrun the truth inside, the only road is to do right. The day I forgave myself, I laid my past to rest. I faced the ghost, confessed my sins, and let the healing fire begin. With every scar, with every fall, grace still reached me through it all. I walked back home, I broke that cell. The day teaches you to overcome. The day I forgave myself, I learned what freedom felt. Not in revenge, not in the past, but in a peace that's built to last. I bowed my head, I raised my eyes, and let the broken heart survive. Now I am free, I can tell my life began the day I forgave myself. There's a Bible on my table, pages worn and torn, beside a glass of whiskey from the night I swore I'd mourn. I prayed with trembling hands, I've cursed beneath my breath. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between love and death. The bottle shines on mercy, the book stares back at me. Two worlds that never mix, but both want to set me free. I spilled a little bourbon on the words of ancient grace. It blurred the verse that promised light in a darker place. I said, Lord, I ain't no preacher, but I'm trying to believe. While the ghosts of every wrong I've done refuse to let me leave. The whiskey burns like truth, the Bible smells like rain. I sit between the chapters just to dull the pain. Every sinner's prayer sounds the same, between a shot of guilt and a spark of flame. There's whiskey on the Bible and blood on my soul. I'm half a man, half a story I can't control. Between the pages and the pour, I find my fight. Redemption never comes easy at night. There's whiskey on the Bible, tears on my hand. I'm just another lost and broken man. The preacher said, son, put the bottle down. But he don't know what it's like when the silence comes around. I ain't drinking for pleasure, I'm drinking to pray, hoping the burn will wash the sin away. My Father's voice echoes from a time long gone. Boy, grace ain't earned, it's passed along. Now I kneel between faith and the bottle's glare, asking if God still listens there. Every sinner's prayer sounds the same, between a shot of guilt and a spark of flame. There's whiskey on the Bible and blood on my soul. I'm half a man, half a story I can't control. Between the pages and the pour, I find my fight. Redemption never comes easy at night. There's whiskey on the Bible, tears on my hand. I'm just another lost and broken man. If I wake to the light and the whiskey runs dry, maybe grace will pour where the bottle lied. Maybe the good Lord don't care where I've been, if he still finds me reaching for him. There's whiskey on the Bible and blood on my soul, between heaven's mercy and the devil's toll. I'm still here fighting, trembling and true, trying to find my way back to you. There's whiskey on the Bible, fire in my chest, and maybe this time I'll find my rest. I'll find my just told him stop before he'd even started out. But fire burns in quiet souls that no one else can see, and dreams don't die in darkness when they're born for destiny. He walked through storms and sleepless nights, through hunger and through pain, but every scar became his map, each loss became his gain. The world said, boy, you'll never climb, but still he faced the sky, 'cause fate don't fear the mountain high, it asks the heart to try. He failed 100 times before he ever reached the gate, but patience is the brother born of struggle, born of weight. He learned to build from broken parts, to find in ash the spark, to walk with faith through longest nights until they meet the dawn from dark. For those who wait for perfect times will die before they start, but those who leap with trembling feet are led by braver hearts. And when they told him dreams are lies, he smiled through all their scorn, 'cause miracles are made by men who walk through thunder warm. You can't cage a spirit built to rise. The truth of faith is in the tries. No limits, only faith. When the world says no, you chase. Every fall a step in grace, every wound a higher place. The sky ain't there to block your way, it's there to show how far you'll stay. Now years have passed, his hands are old, but fire still in his chest. He tells his kids, you'll find your path, just give your honest best. Don't beg for luck, don't wait for signs, don't fear to face the climb. The view is worth the bleeding hands that carried you through time. And when they doubt the road you choose, when shadows start to grow, remember faith's not just belief, it's strength you plant and sow. The stars don't shine for comfort's sake, they burn to guide the brave. To those who dream and keep their faith when others lost their way, he learned that hope ain't born from ease, it's grown in dirt beneath the knees. No limits, only faith. When the world says no, you chase. Every fall a step in grace, every wound a higher place. The sky ain't there to block your way, it's there to show how far you'll stay. Every scar becomes your grace. No stone can steal what hope is made. No fear can break what truth engraved. You were born to stand, to run, to stay. No limits now, only faith. mornings, long hard days. Paychecks thin, but the bills don't wait. Smile for the crowd, nod my head. Hide the storms that I fight instead. Every mile's a weight I drag. Every dream's got a price tag. Strong on the surface, but inside me are broken bones the world won't see. This weight on my shoulders, it's grinding me down. I'm marked by the scars you can't see all around. The world thinks I'm solid, unshaken, free, but I'm haunted by scars. Scars you can't see. My kids think I'm made of stone. They don't know what I face alone. Whiskey burns, but it won't erase the lines life carved on this rugged face. I hold my pride, I don't let it slip, but the truth bleeds out from my tightened grip. Even iron bends when the fire's too long, and even the strong can't always stay strong. This weight on my shoulders, it's grinding me down. I'm marked by the scars you can't see all around. I'll carry this burden till it buries me, living with scars, the scars you can't see. If you look past the words I say, you'd see the cracks don't fade away. Every laugh hides a quiet plea. Don't forget I bleed, just like you bleed. This weight on my shoulders, it's grinding me down. I'm marked by the scars you can't see all around. I'll carry this burden till it buries me, living with scars, the scars you can't see. Wakes before the daylight, when the stars still rule the sky. Coffee black, his boots worn down, but fire still in his eyes. The world don't pay much mind to men who labor with their hands, but he was raised to understand the earth remembers honest men. No suits, no crowns, no gold to show, just callous proof of pride. Each scar a mark of what he's built, or what he's kept alive. He don't talk much of dreams, oh well, just true knows it's in how hard he tries. He learned from his old father how to stand and never cheat, that every deal each handshake made should start and incomplete. He don't chase after easy roads or beg for what he earns. He trusts the sweat that builds a home and every scar that burns. The young men call him old school, say his way's out of time, but honor never goes extinct, it outlives any sign. He bows his head each evening, not for praise or golden hand, just thankful he's still strong enough to face another stand. He ain't a saint, but what he is proof that truth still lives in this. He's a measure of a man, built from grit, from heart, from land. He don't talk loud, he walks it true, a steady soul the world wants new. In every loss, in every plan, you'll find the measure of a man. He's known the sting of failure, the weight of being broke, but never once has cursed his lot or let his promise choke. He's buried friends, he's lost his youth, he's bled through wind and rain, but faith to him ain't made of words, it's built through honest pain. He's the kind of man you count on when everything goes wrong, the quiet one who lifts you up and helps you to stay strong. And when his story's finally told beneath that southern span, they'll say he left this world the same way that he ran. You can't buy what he carries, it's the rarest kind of brand, a soul that keeps its word and dirt within his hand. He's a measure of a man, built from grit, from heart, from land. He don't talk loud, he walks it true, a steady soul the world wants new. In every loss, in every plan, you'll find the measure of a man. He's the measure of a man, not carved in gold but in the sand. He gave his sweat, his word, his soul to keep his family whole. And when his work is finally done, he'll rest beneath the setting sun. No greater story ever ran than the measure of a man. He's the measure of a man, built from grit, from heart, from land. He don't talk loud, he walks it true, a steady soul the world wants new. In every loss, in every plan, you'll find the measure of a man. where love was hard to see, where a man spoke with his shoulders, not with what he'd say to me. My father's hands were weathered stone, his silence carved in steel. He taught me life with broken roads and bread he had to kneel. I swore I'd never be like him, so cold, so distant, rough. I swore my kids would know my heart, I'd always give it enough. But time's a mirror made of truth that never lies for long. You can outrun 1,000 things, but not the place you're from. I spent my youth with restless hands. I left that small town floor, said I'd be nothing like that man who never asked for more. But time is cruel and life is hard, it tests the strongest will. And every time I failed, I heard his voice inside me still. The lines he drew became my path, though I had called them chains. And every scar I hated once now carries my own name. I used to think he failed at life, too quiet to be proud. But now I hear his wisdom in the storms I face right now. You never know a man until you walk his broken miles, until you fight to feed a home and learn the weight of trials. I swore I'd never be my father, but here I am, I hear his voice. And every lesson, every burden, and every hard and silent choice. He wasn't weak, he wasn't bitter, he bore the pain and built a life. Now I know strength's a quiet river, and he was right almost every time. Now I've got children of my own who think I hold the sky. They don't yet see the cracks inside or all the nights I cry. I tuck them in and say the words I never heard before. But sometimes silence finds my throat and I become him more. I wish that I could tell that man the things I understand, that love was carved in sacrifice, that only time unmasks. He built a life from honest sweat, a fortress made of bread. And now the things I ran from most are what I give instead. If love survives through quiet hearts, then I was loved each day. I was just too young to hear the words he could not say. I swore I'd never be my father, but now I wear his weathered hands. And though I tried to walk the distance, I finally know the man he was. He never spoke of love or glory, he simply chose to stay and fight. And now I see his silent story, and he was right almost every time. Quiet pride, then save a place beside that man. One day I'll walk inside, and I'll say things I never said, and he'll forgive my pride. And I'll thank him for the strength he hid so deep inside. I swore I'd never be my father, but life revealed a deeper truth. The greatest men don't beg for honor. They build it slowly, nail by nail, beneath the roof. Now if I ever find my purpose, let it be carved in sacrifice. And if my children judge me someday, let them find me quietly right.